Right, this is our third safari with Eugene and Chad. This year we decided to go down to the Caprivi where we had hippo and croc, elephant and buffalo available for us to hunt. Finally, on the last 5 minutes to the lodge. Guys, what do you think?
Good change of scenery. Things are green here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather's nice. Travel was great. And yeah, we're excited. Ready to put a big elephant on the ground.
Yeah, I concur. A little bit of travel today and a lot of unlocking and relocking, but other than that, it's been pretty smooth. And excited to see the new animals, different territory.
Very nice. We're excited. I think our all the paperwork, all the customs went very well, and so it's the last little stretch now to the lodge where we're going to be. So excited, man. Right, Chaddy, cheers.
Cheers.
Eugene.
I'll do a shot of wine.
Oh no, a beer tomorrow. Cheers, Scotty. Homeboy.
Nice.
Kiss me the face.
Alright, so it's day one here in the Caprivi. We had a lovely breakfast. Most guys had a good nap, good sleep, and yeah, we all geared up and ready to go. So it's exciting. It's the first morning and everyone is just cracking to get out there and see what we see, and it's good times, man. So we've traveled about probably an hour now on the boat, and to an area where there's elephant. So they've seen 6 elephant here. We're getting off on the island, and it's going to have a look and see if there's something we can shoot. You excited, buddy?
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Buddy. You ready, bud?
It's time for this to begin.
No good. We've got babies.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
No, so we got news of an old hippo bull which they saw not too far away from us. There's like an old tavern there, and this guy had seen this hippo coming in and out. Seems like it's an old big bull. So they spotted it out of the water, and we're just going to try and make haste and get there and see if we can find him outside and get a shot at him. So yeah, everyone's on the boat and ready to go. Ready, Eugene?
I'm ready.
Good job.
a little windy, but we're looking for this hippo laying over there under the bush in the sun. See if we can get close enough if he's a big, nice bull. We'll see. It's like going through a maze, waiting for something to jump at you. Makes you feel real good. It's small. It's not a trophy. It looks to me. It's not a trophy. We're worried about. Look at that. Yeah, but the head isn't that big, and the tail not that very long. Yeah, that's how we leave it. Okay. That's a young. It's one just for non-export. It's not a big trophy to take home. Walk right past it.
It's a good warm-up to get your heart pumping for the real thing.
Yeah. But it's amazing how they just blend in there, right?
Well, we walked right by that one. I mean, within like maybe 10 feet, we walked right past.
They say used to people.
I can't feel my lips. Stay away from the line.
I've been seeing lots of people on that side. Where did you say yesterday was people? It's the boy channel. It's the boy channel.
We had a lovely breakfast, actually quite a relaxed morning, and out of the blocks here we've seen a beautiful little buffalo just on the wrong side of the river, and just across them we've seen some elephant in the tall grass here. So we've all got all our gear on, we jumped out of the boat and we're ready to do a stalk. The wind is pretty good, there's about 8 to 10 animals, like by the looks of it, and we're going to jump in there and see if there's something we want. What do you think?
I'm ready, buddy.
Alright, let's do it.
Get it done.
5 elephants right here. Still can't see their toes. We're gonna get close. It's hard to see which one is an older animal because you can't see shit. Very difficult with the grass.
Yes, man. We had lots of hope here in this tall grass. It looked like quite promising. You could see backs, but you couldn't see too much. We got in close, too thick. Then we came around against the water. Saw a lovely python there on the side going in the water. Definitely a trophy python. But then we got there to the elephants, and there was just not anything we wanted. A couple of young ones and babies and cows and so on. And the ideal plan is for Chad to shoot a male, an older male that's got, his teeth are worn down, something that's not good to breed with. So that's the ideal. In the ideal world, that's what we're looking for. So nothing here. We're heading on next place.
Make good choice. If they stay in this stuff, you will never shoot it in here. He's about 6 years old. You've shot bulls before, so you'd rather want the whole bull, correct? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, one big bull. Okay. Not, then it's just, so he wants to pass up this one. Just see for a bull that's a little bit, just at least hard. Okay, so.
All right. Thirsty.
Yeah. All right, this is the morning of our third day here in the Caprivi. Yesterday we didn't have much luck. We were onto a buff, but it was just not what we were looking for. Still probably a year or two out from being old enough to be able to hunt. We did a stalk on some elephant cows, and also didn't find any proper own use bulls in there. So it just didn't work out for us yesterday. Things are looking up today. There was quite a bit of movement in the evening over the river, and the wind and stuff has picked up a lot. So we're hoping we can get onto some elephant this morning, and so excited for the day. And we're going out in the next 5 minutes. So let's get going. Right, so here's a nice herd of elephant here. The wind's perfect, and Fred got us here in a perfect position. But these are a bunch of youngsters, and in the back there's some big old cows with calves. But not something what we're looking for. But also, if there was, it would have been very, very hard with this water here between us and them. So we would have had to leave them for a while, let them hopefully move into a position where we could come close. But anyway, we're not after them. One of the trackers on the way to the camp spotted 3 more elephant on the other side of our lodge. So we're gonna jump in the boat, try not to get too wet, and then get back that side quickly and have a look there at them, and yeah, maybe there's some buffalo hippo also on there. So we're gonna head out.
Namibia was interesting. I probably just didn't have a lot of expectations going into it. I knew it would be an adventure. I knew we'd be hunting along the river. I wasn't certain how much time we would spend on foot versus in a boat, but we ended up spending most of the time on boat, which made the hunting fairly difficult, just because the ability to access the hunting grounds was pretty limited. They really don't have the sorts of equipment and infrastructure to be able to hunt that type of property, and when it's wet, where in the States we might hunt that with airboats, they just didn't have that kind of equipment. The flat bottom boats just wouldn't move through the reeds. They didn't have the types of motors, and especially when you put a bunch of people on them, you you just couldn't be as mobile as you needed to, so you're doing a lot of hunting from more of the main navigable waterways, which really limits the game you're going to see, because most of the mature game isn't going to sit along, highly trafficked waterways.
Right. A villager spotted a herd of buffalo. They're talking about 70 or 80 animals. We've traveled about 20 minutes on the boat now to get here. Wind's pretty good. Everyone's excited. Jerry, you ready, brother?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find a good buffalo.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road and let's try and get close.
I think just sit down and then just relax. Maybe the police in the back because there's a whole buffalo.
There where we can see there's one part of the herd. They just moved back. We can only see cows. We can't see a bull. So we're going to move back and then see if we can look for us. Just see the back is a bull. Okay.
Can go with the boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we can even come that side where they are by walking.
Yes. Okay.
Are you sure we can make it?
Kaya ndo kuzwavera kubizi kuna kubizi kuna
We're never going to get close. We were hunting the Zambezi and the upper Chobe rivers, mostly pushing through the channels for crocodile and hippo. The first 2 days we didn't find anything that looked good enough or big enough for us, but then we ran into a monster croc. Go to the reeds.
The crocodile was interesting because there wasn't really a good place to set the boat and anchor the boat. The wind was blowing pretty hard, which I think we had 6 or 7 people on that boat, and there's just a lot of people moving, so you can't really shoot from the boat. We tried to push the boat into the bank, but that alone just wasn't enough. You had the wind blowing on it, people can't sit still. so you couldn't get a good rest. And it was about 100 yards across that particular channel. So we got off the boat and it was pretty wet. We tried to set the sticks there on the side of the bank, kept sinking, couldn't really get a good rest. The angle, we needed to be up higher in order to shoot down on that croc, because he was laying in the kind of somewhat in the shade with some tall grasses in front of him. Without having elevation, you just couldn't see the spot to make the shot. So we just kept really fidgeting around trying to find something that would work. You know, luckily the croc with the conditions wasn't going to move. There was a little tree there. We improvised there, broke some branches, kind of tried to rest the gun in the crotch of the tree there. Eugene broke off another branch for me, just kind of cross brace it, and got comfortable enough that I was willing to attempt the shot, and you know, squeezed the trigger, felt good, and hit him, you know, perfect.
Okay, get him again on the shoulder. Nail him. You can. Give him one more. No harm. Okay, let's get in the boat and let's go. Good job. Good job.
I need some bullets.
Yes, man.
I was just worried about
Everyone is so flippin' excited. We've shot our first animal. Chad made an incredible shot on a crocodile from other side of the river. A wobbly tree, wind was blowing, mud, improvisation, teamwork. Eugene was bending over for him, and
I had Eugene's shoulder broken off the tree branch.
So it all worked out then lovely. Shot, perfect shot. And yeah, the croc's dead. You can see him there in the bank.
One behind the shoulder for fun.
Oh la la. Good job, congratulations, man.
Very good shot there.
Fantastic shot.
Very good shot. Well done.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, baby. Finally
Excellent.
got something down.
Fine. Congratulations, man. That's flipping good shot.
Excellent shot.
Oh, teamwork, eh? Alrighty, Jaddy. We've had a tough 3 days behind us. Not much luck finding the animals we were looking for. We've been seeing many, but just not really finding what was on the cards for us. And then today, the coldest day of the week, we've decided to take on the banks and see if we could find a croc bathing. And our plan came together. Chad,
Yeah.
what do you think about this guy, man?
Oh, it's a nice croc. You know, we saw him earlier, but we couldn't get a good shot because the wind kept blowing the boat around and we couldn't get off in the marsh. We looked at some different crocs, came back, tried to give it a go. We just decided to get off the boat and stand in the marsh there and kind of messed around for 20-30 minutes trying to set up to see if we could get a good shot.
It is quite a team effort for you to get comfortable there.
Yeah,
Eugene in the picture. Yeah.
You got a small margin for error, so you know, we wanted them to be dead in one shot. So we waited for the right shot. We tried to use a tree there, but the wind kept blowing the tree, which kept moving our rest. And the marsh there, the sticks kept sinking. So we waited for the wind to die down. We used the tree. I used Eugene's shoulder for my rear rest, and we smacked him.
Yeah, man.
Dead in the shot. We put a follow-up couple shots into him, and just for insurance. But
That first shot really did the trick. I mean, on the smile, exactly where the week discussed about shooting the croc. When we were looking through the pictures, and that bullet hit him perfect on the spot there. The rest of it was just for insurance not to fall in the water. But it's a hell of a croc, great shot, and a lovely animal. Congrats, man.
yeah, thank you.
on the boat we've had a very windy start to the day, and it's caused we've decided to go out an hour later just for this worst of the wind to pass. It's cooled down a little bit now. On the boat we're actually hunting for hippo at this stage, and on the turn of the river here, Chad spotted some buffalo off to the side in an open there. It looks like it's a nice group. We've pulled the boat into the reeds here, and we're gonna approach them with the wind good for us. You can see here where we're standing currently, it's probably where they drink water. There's buffalo track everywhere, so we hope while they're close and in the open we can maybe get some eyes on them and see if there's a good bull.
Lots of buffalo laying over there. Boy, there's a bull laying down there.
In my previous buffalo hunting experiences, I haven't had any situations that would really get you concerned. And we also haven't been around big herds of buffalo. And in this situation in Namibia, these herds of buffalo were pretty sizable. You know, sometimes they were 50, sometimes they were 200. So unpredictable as far as being able to really manage what was going to happen with all of these different buffalo. We were set up on a group for quite a while, waiting for the bulls. Were kind of tucked into the groups of cows, and as we waited for one, we had one that slipped out of the herd while the others were laying down and started moving towards us and got closer and closer to the point where she was probably 20 yards, and then we backed everybody back behind Dougie and I, and we had our doubles ready. And she just kept coming, and I don't know, she was probably 10 yards or so, and we stood our ground there and just kind of slowly moved back. It was the first time I've had a buffalo appear that you were in a situation where you might get charged, and though I didn't feel nervous, my right leg was shaking, and I couldn't get it to stop shaking even if I tried to squeeze my leg or push it down. But you know, that's part of the excitement of doing it. And fortunately, you know, the cow saw us or figured out that we weren't what she thought we were, and moved out of there, which then allowed us to move in a position to try to get a shot, because when she moved, it alarmed the rest of the buffalo. They stood up. When they stood up, there was a little bit of chaos and us trying to get on the sticks and pick out which one of the buffalo we wanted to take. You know, on this particular hunt, I was shooting my double, but once you start getting beyond that 50 yards mark, it gets more challenging when it's not the perfect shot out to that far. But when you get in a situation where there's 200 of them smashed together, facing you with some vegetation in the way, and shooting off the sticks, you know, it really tests your skills. So we didn't really have much of an opportunity. You know, it was either to shoot or they were going to run. I took a frontal shot at the bull, and we made it work with what we had.
See his shiny nose? Oh, he's still behind the bush there. Shoot through. You see where the shiny nose is? Just drop it low in there. Just leave sticky from there. It's worth Just leave these now, just to get them. Shoulder. Your shoulder. Step forward, step forward.
yards with a red dot. I mean, I had it underneath his chin, but
that one that went off by itself. He went to the right a bit. I thought there was two bulls together.
Doesn't. No, normally if you're eating with that, you can see he's knocked.
Well, let's just go that pathway where we stopped at that, because that's where they all came out. Right? I don't think you can go further, it's too thick. That's why they all came out there. We stopped there last time when we were waiting for them.
And you can also fly fast a bit there and see, maybe see the fly. Yeah.
going in after a buffalo. See where he's at. Well, after we made the shot on the buffalo, they all just took off running. We couldn't really figure out what buffalo that I had hit. We were hoping that we hit the one that we were targeting. There was a little bit of blood, but there wasn't any signs of exactly where we needed to go. So, you know, we were going to get ourselves into a little bit of a hairy situation because the vegetation was so thick and we were going to be going in essentially blind. So we started moving in to the bush and the heavy reeds, and I mean, you can't see 10 feet in front of you. We weren't 100 yards in it before the trackers started screaming. Shoot it! Right here, fuck! I got it. Hey. Double tapped him. And it just was like all hell broke loose in 2 seconds. I heard the scream. Dougie started moving backwards. I could see the buffalo. Next thing I know, I'm flying backwards towards the ground. And as I'm trying to regain composure, I see my gun's over here. I grab my gun, kind of slide back, try to stand up, and, you know, Fred, the other PH, shot right past the other side of my head. It was so loud, it just disoriented me. That gun that he had at Eugene's had a muzzle brake on it, and it was, I could have been a few feet from my head, you know, it was directly from the side of it. So I scrambled backwards as fast as I could to kind of reassess what the hell was going on. Fred kept shooting. I spun around, you know, re-engaged on the buffalo because Dougie was out of shots. Fred was out of shots. I was still fully loaded, so I put my red dot on the side of the buffalo head and pulled the trigger and accidentally pulled both triggers at the same time, which sent me back, walloped back pretty good with 1,000 grains of bullet, you know, projecting out of my gun. That was pretty interesting, but the buffalo didn't. That was the shots that put him down to the ground. Fuck, dude. I fell over right there going, and I got my foot caught in there. I'll get you going. Unfortunately, that was the end of that story.
Chet? Brother?
Fuck. Well, thanks for the shit on my hands.
You got shit all over us from falling down.
I fell right there backwards. My gun went over there. I was reaching forward and I see it coming. Like, oh fuck, then a gun goes off next to my ear.
Sorry, I shot next to your head, but I didn't have it, so I chose.
It just came
I shot
and lifted me. Yeah, it just came and lifted me.
Oh my gosh.
Then I make it tail. It wanted to hit me, so then I make it tail.
Yeah, you passed this side of me.
Yes.
Both of you. And when he fell, shit, I felt bad. Sorry, I shot next to your head, but it was not a plan.
No, when I was walking, maybe 2-3 meters, I just saw the buffalo came to me. Then I ran back, so that this guy they tried to protect me. So I'm feeling good now. And I'm feeling good. Nothing happened to my side. Thanks very much.
When I saw the head was down and it was close to you, I see here's the one bullet through here.
When it was down there,
But my second one I think was here. I don't know, but it was fast.
Here's the blood. It was the wounded one.
Yes.
Scott, Jerry, this is your buffalo.
This is it.
Here's the blood.
Yes.
Here's the blood. That's why I asked Rishi. Cheers. Good one. Hold on. Exciting times. Cheers, also, Freddy.
After we had our buffalo encounter, we recomposed ourselves, and Lloyd, the owner of the concession, had met up with us, and he said that they spotted a hippo bathing along the river there, and that we should move over there as quick as possible.
We've seen the bull. He's probably about 350 yards out. Now we're trying to get to him, which is another story because it's very shallow in the spot. So it's almost just too deep for us to walk, but then it's just too shallow to drive. So just making our way to the hippo bull. Hopefully he sticks around for us to get a good look at him. Looks like a big body, but we'll see when we get closer.
We haven't had any real good opportunities at a hippo, and there was a pretty sizable one that was on its own, and so we made a play on it. It was probably 300 yards or so off of the river, which is going to make it difficult with the boat, so we had to kind of push it through the marsh. And we got to about 150 yards. We pursued the rest away on feet, waded through the water, kind of along the reeds. He was out in the open, and we got to a patch of water there where it got really deep, where we weren't going to be able to use the reeds to our advantage to stay out of sight. So as we moved out and around the reeds, the hippo's sixth sense kicked in. He stood up. We got the sticks real quick. Hippo turned broadside. I smashed him with the first shot of.
Second one is number.
We then pursued up closer to where the shot was. We could hear him rustling around and making a lot of noise in the reeds. It sounded like he was blowing out his lungs and just his final seconds, and then we heard nothing. And it was so thick in there that there's not much we could do, and with a massive hippo where there's no sight, and just having a buffalo charge, we decided back out of there. We weren't going to go and pursue him and get run over by a hippo, and gave that some time. We're going to bring some of the trackers in to help us cut the reeds and kind of slowly move through there.
It felt good on the first?
Oh, yeah.
First shot was solid.
Now to get him out.
In the meantime, we went back to lodge and just kind of settled ourselves for a little while. And something that we didn't think was going to happen after a day of a buffalo charge, after harvesting a nice hippo, the elephant bull that we've been looking for the whole trip decides to cross the river. So I'm in my room, and next thing I know, Dougie's knocking on the door saying, "We got to go, get in the boat, grab your stuff. The elephant is across the river, and we need to go after him now before we lose light."
Are you lucky? Are you had a lot of luck? I'm just curious. He looks like it.
Chat. No. I wonder if you can go on the nose there where Scotty is.
The triangle right above his eyes, huh?
Yes, so he looks at you from between the eyes, otherwise between the eye and the ear, in the middle. You hit him in the middle. You see there? Okay.
Huh? Shoot him in the side?
Back side between the ear and the eye. In the middle between the eye and the ear.
Wow.
Shit, okay. Open.
Chat.
Good shooting. And here's your other one.
Here's number 2, Eugene.
It's been a day.
We've just had a freaking crazy day today. We've had a lot of bad luck in the first 3, and this afternoon we managed to run into a bit of luck. Lloyd, the concession owner over here, decided to join us this morning, and we went out with 2 boats. I think our game plan was pretty solid. We knocked a buffalo early on today. On the way back to the lodge, they spotted a beautiful hippo, which it all worked out. And Jaddy, tell us about the hippo that you put down.
Yeah, we waded through the marsh here, knee-high water after that hippo, and snuck up close enough. He jumped up at 75 yards. We let him have it with the double. Got back, cleaned up, rinsed the mud out of our boots and our shorts, changed into something clean, and they said they spotted the elephant probably within 200 yards of where the hippo was. So we flew right over here before we lost light and got it done. So amazing how the tides turn in a matter of, we went from 50-mile-an-hour winds yesterday and today to calm to about 6 miles an hour, and all the luck.
And 3 beautiful trophies, animals you've not one hunted, and it's been a huge experience being out here. Yeah, good shooting, man. You've put down that elephant now, and things have changed. Good job.
Yeah.
On Jad's list was obviously completing his big 5, but then also doing his dangerous 7. Most people do that in 5 to 7 trips when they come to Africa, and crocodile and hippo are usually hard to find. You have to hunt special areas to do so. On this safari we were so blessed that we managed to do 3 of the 7 in one day. We had the early morning charge with a buffalo that really set the day up, and we didn't think things could get much better. On the way back to the lodge we managed to find a hippo that he put a beautiful hard lung shot into, and then ended the evening off with an elephant, which was just amazing. Like I say, it's something most people do over 5 to 7 years. We managed to do it in one day, so it was quite a special day. Well, Jaddy, this is our 5th day here in the Caprivi. It all came together. Tell us.
We only had a little bit of light left. We were able to get it done, put this big guy down. We lost light, so we came back this morning to retrieve it, and the guys are going to start cutting it up here shortly, but we wanted to get over here and take a few photos and pay our respects and essentially put the trip to conclusion.
Yes, it's lovely to see in these conservancy areas what these trophies do for the people, and the upbeat spirits when you get to a skinning, where they're skinning it, and where everyone's sort of getting excited about what you've done. So it's lovely to see that, and to see how many people you reach, and what comes from this. So I think it's lovely to be able to come out here and do this, and yeah, man, it's special. So we're going to operate and go into this mud. There you can see all the locals pulling out the hippo. The Kalahari species out of his natural habitat and in the water. You see, with my Caprivi sneakers, sponsored by Scott Jurgens Productions. Look, it looks like bullet holes, eh? Looks like you were shot with a shotgun.
It's curved up.
Yeah, it's a young. These bulls that are fighting for areas, and then they just go through war to get their spot. And hell, if you look at this guy here, he's in real bad shape. You can see he'd been in the fighting. You can also hear they busy with some females here, so they're all trying to get a piece. Crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting feeling how the skin feels, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you for donating meat.
Anytime.
Once Chad managed to harvest the animals that he really wanted, Eugene was very anxious to get back to the Kalahari, where we had a bunch of the plains game he still wanted to hunt, and that then made sense for us to fly back to South Africa and get onto that list. Beautiful. Cheers. Just a cheers for being here with us. Lovely that you spending the night. Daddy, lovely for you guys to be here, man. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Little bit magic.
Now we put those short shorts on and take a dip.
All right, so we made it yesterday all the way back from Kasane to the Kalahari. This morning we've had a little bit of an easy morning. Yesterday was a long day on the road, lots of travel and a little bit of a late night. So today we're starting fresh on this side. You excited to be back?
Very excited to be here.
Lovely to have you guys here, and we're looking to have a fun weekend all together and see if we do some shooting and get you on the board today, man.
There we go. I'm ready. Yeah, well, I mean, we have a special bond here with Dougie. You know, this being our third year hunting with him. You know, based upon the experience in Namibia, kind of cutting our losses based upon how some of the permitting was working and stuff like that. It was great to actually get here and spend 3 days. And yeah, I mean, right out of the gate, we got on some nice herd of wildebeest. I've got a lot of the plains game out of the way already here with Dougie over the last couple of years. But I didn't have some of the special items like golden wildebeest, a king wildebeest. The goal there was to go after and try and find a golden a wildebeest and a king wildebeest. That king in the back.
Good job, man. Very good shot. Very good shot. Yes, it's very, very nice. Very nice. Nice, man. Congratulations. That's a flippin' hell of a trophy, eh?
Yeah.
And this guy's got lovely colors. Hey, there's a big herd of wildy, probably 50 animals at least, some gamesbuck. There's two very nice golden bulls, one bull at very good spread. So we're gonna just jump off and see if we can't get close. Have a look at that bull. Eugene, are you comfortable?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The one on the left of the tree?
Yeah. Nice and low. Good shot. Good shot, nice and low. What a bull. Well done, Eugene. What a outstanding. Oh, what's going on this year, brother? You're shooting like a stud. He's walking away from you. Look through the scope. He's the one walking away.
Behind those trees?
Yes, he's behind the tree. Put your safety forward. Take him. Let's go and see. He's down. He's down. You're gonna have to maybe shoot him again. Very nice, very nice, very nice. We're a little bit in front, but I mean it put him down. It's not. There's not two thoughts about it. Good stuff. He came and he stood perfect. The tree was just a little bit almost in the way, but yeah.
Good shooting, Eugene. Yes, but he has thick biting, man. Well done, man. Good job.
Nice work, killer.
But you're alright. Blue. This one is wide also. Thick and wide.
Right, Eugenie. Hell, man. This morning we spoke about getting you out of the rut, and I think we did.
Yeah, got off the bench finally.
Yes. So, but fantastic shooting throughout the day. Both wildebeest, you really put a cracking shot on, and then this gamesbuck really presented a nice shot. And tell us about it.
Yeah, no, it's been a good day. Was really going after my last two wildebeest this trip. We had some pretty good opportunities this morning, and then this afternoon we're still out looking for an eland, and saw this really nice gemsbuck, and did a little stalk on it and presented an opportunity, and here we are. So
good looking bull, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
to a fine day.
Yeah, it's a great day. Let's replicate it tomorrow.
Fine. Scotland. All right, chap.
The roan hunt. Yeah, so after the king and I knocked down a golden shortly thereafter, wildebeest. The next morning, the plan was to go and look for this monster roan, as Dougie said, and that if I might be privileged enough to shoot it, if he would let me. And so we went to the area where he was kind of known to hang out, and sure enough, we came across him, jumped off the truck, did a small stalk, got on the sticks, shot him a little bit back, but you know, he was in some pretty rough shape, and so he kind of moved off a little bit. So we had to move the sticks over and get back on him. Well, I don't know what was going on, if I didn't have the sticks steady or what have you, and apparently, allegedly, I may have shot just in front of the front shoulder, and may have shot his great-great-grandson and knocked him down. But then Dougie thought I was missing, and I could tell I was hitting something. And then sure enough, I was shooting the wrong animal. And so then I got the sticks right, and then put another one in the roan and knocked him down. So it was not really a 2-for-1 special, because Dougie did still charge me for it. But all within a matter of about a minute, 2 minutes, I shot the largest roan that Dougie's ever harvested on the farm here, at 32.5 inches. And then I also probably shot the smallest one he's ever harvested at maybe 9.5 inches. And so, sticking to my true self, I'm getting them both pedestal mounted next to each other.
This is gonna take long.
Yeah, but this is lying down already, you don't have to stalk it.
That's not. It's the first guy in my life I've seen buy 3 shillings like Weatherby. Alrighty guys, Sunday morning we decided to take actually a nice relaxed morning, had a little bit of a later breakfast, and then come out to an area where we were looking for a big roan, and obviously we connected. Eugene, tell us what happened.
Yeah, no, it was we were out looking for this big guy, and got off the truck and did a little stalk and presented an opportunity. Might have got a bonus animal out of the deal on top of that. And I just wanted to send my friend Scott home with some steaks, since Dougie don't ever share. But yeah, huge roan. Extremely pleased with the trophy for sure.
Chad, what do you think from the bench? What was your feeling like? Were you
Speechless.
Were you a little nervous with rounds flying around? One might come your way, or were you feeling good there in the back?
Oh, I was okay about that. I didn't feel endangered.
Hey, I connected with every shot. It just happened to get 2 animals.
All in all, good times. Outstanding roan. Really amazing animal. You can be proud, dude. It's a top trophy. Well done.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. That's a weird handshake.
Yeah, sorry. It's African style. Haven't you seen? It's always confusing with guys in Africa.
Like the limp noodle. Starting to worry about you.
I'm very bad.
So what are you trying to know? Do you actually want to put Scott on the bench and then take Sam if he's better than him?
Yeah, of course.
What if Scott's throwing the game though, and wants to be on Dougie's team?
I figured that
Can't
maybe the younger of the two would be more easily influenced to take a dive. So if I take Scott on my team and I throw a little extra wager on the side to make sure that Dougie and Anna lose, then we're all square.
You see.
What's the plan today, Dougie? What are you talking about?
So at the moment, we have the Winter Olympics coming up tonight, and in last year, if we have to go back to the previous season,
We have to review tape.
We're
Yeah,
gonna have to review the tape. There was some cheating involved.
there was the USA was very poor, and South Africa managed to really kick them hard, and so we're now doing this year new season. Some new players coming into the field. We have a Rhodesian that's joining the USA side, and then we have a young buck joining SA. So tonight it's going to be probably a tight contest, but probably only when it comes up. Maybe the first game, lawn bowling. Eugene and Chad, being senior citizens, pretty good at lawn bowling. But then after that, then usually their wheels come off when it comes to the ball sports and throwing darts. So my prediction for the game, guys.
I brought my reading glasses this year when I'm throwing the darts.
Okay.
We're gonna permanently affix my binos.
So my prediction as the commentator for today is that the USA will probably start good, but not have the wheels to finish the game. Gentlemen, what do you think about the contest? What might happen?
Going to be a pure manslaughter. USA 3, South Africa 0.
For yourself over there, Eugene?
I think you guys can maybe get darts. We'll take the other two.
No, I don't think you can get darts either.
As a struggling veteran on the side there, and an old American over here, we'll take their word for it. We'll see tonight. The games kick off tonight, 8 o'clock, and we will be wearing our traditional gowns. They'll be in the white, and we will be wearing colourful robes. So that's how we'll distinguish between the teams. You guys ready for it?
The wagers start at 6.
Yes.
Place your bets before the cutoff, 7:59 p.m.
And yeah, let's hope tonight it's a clean game with no influencing from the side. But the Mampur will do the talking.
Trash will start talking way before that.
It's already starting. What do you mean?
All right, the boomsticks are ready. We saw a beautiful buffalo bull, very nice bull. About probably 20 minutes back, he was herd of wildebeest, and he sort of passed by. We thought he took off quite a bit. Aaron just took the track a little bit, and I actually saw him. Looks like he wants to bed down in the thick area here. So we're going to go in slowly and see if we can't get an angle in him. And then Chad's going to make this rugby do its work, what it's made for. Big buffalo. And what do you think, man?
I think I'm ready for
Shoot something in the face.
No, that is a buffalo, it's him. When Aaron and them saw them, he was like, when Aaron and them saw him, he was under the state tree, and it looked like the wildebeest over there. But the one that ran was the buffalo, yeah. We'll take his track a little bit now. The way we see he's walking, then we leave him, we go have lunch, come back, then we knock this afternoon because he's gonna be aware now. Yeah.
This morning we saw a beautiful buffalo bull by himself, Dagger bull, thick horns, big boss. It's really a stunning bull, but we'd seen him and the wind was swirling quite a bit, and we'd bumped him twice. Chad bought this beautiful rugby to hunt buffalo like this. This is a perfect buffalo. Chaddy and we spoke about having fun with it too. So this old buffalo bull's got attitude. I think if we get close, it's going to get interesting. So yeah, we saw him now. Wind looks pretty good. We've come around. We've got a tall tree that we spotted him under, and we're going to try and get close and see if we can see him and get him in a good position. So, excited.
Hopefully not as interesting as the last buffalo.
He's walking slowly, going that way. We wonder if he's not going to the water. But be ready, if we find him, he's going to be close and you can hammer him, okay?
Oh, that's him. He's gonna come there, I think just take it regularly. No way. He's still coming. He comes now. You see his body is the very big one in the back. Yeah, you're doubled up though. He's standing. Yeah, there he's standing. Wait. In the back. Yeah. There he is. Wait up. Yeah, there. Take him.
It's not that much. That bull was running in the front, I swear. How did you feel in the shot?
Happens quick, and there's so much stuff there, you just can't tell.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell for a reaction or not.
Okay. Aron, kom hier.
Kijk, ons snij niet die.
Kijk zo, man.
I think you can stand up.
Put one in the pocket just for insurance.
Ja, put die man at the armpit. You ready for this? Take it.
I think now.
It's fun shooting it. Got 2 more for insurance?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm super stoked that we found him. You could hear the breathing from the start there. There was the giveaway from this bull. When he was standing between the road, you could hear him. Yeah, but it's a giant. Like a whoopee cushion.
Dad, look at this buffalo.
Yeah. Look at this neck here.
Oh, shit. He's a monster.
Look at the bullets in his body.
Well, this afternoon, well actually already this morning, our plan was to try and find this buffalo bull. We saw him this morning briefly, looking in that road to us, and right there, a guy could tell he was a stud. And then we took his track. The wind is off. When we started on him on the track, the wind was moving a lot. We couldn't get a fixed wind, and then we decided to leave him. And then this afternoon we came back and hoped he would set, and for us then to come and follow up. Chad, tell us from there, at a stage it looked like we'd lost him, and then we came back into them, hey?
Yeah, when we last saw him under a tree, and then we started stalking after him, and kind of lost track of him there because we had to come back around to get the wind right. And as we moved into we were losing light, and we were walking right into the sunlight, which wasn't actually ideal, because if they did startle us, you had the light shining in our face, it wasn't exactly a great situation. But the sun started to set far enough, we kept pursuing, and the bull moved back in the herd with the other buffalo. We were able to get in a little closer, and we set up the sticks. It was still a pretty far double shot. It had to have been 80 yards. So
definitely,
you know, I had a solid in. I fired. I thought I hit. They ran out. We ran over. Put back up on the sticks, and I shot again. And you tell it was a hit. It spun around funny, but then they took off. And then we ended up doing what we probably didn't want to do, and that was pursuing a buffalo in the dark. And we got back on his track and found him, and had to put a few more bullets in him here, right where he lays. but that's what happens. That's why you do this dangerous game hunting. Sometimes the consequences is you get a little bit more than you bargained for, right?
Yeah. This guy, and I mean, this buffalo is the biggest bodied bull I've ever seen and hunted. And when he walked out with the cows, it was super impressive seeing him just tower over them, isn't it? And following him up and then seeing him between, there was more bulls with him. He was just, a giant between them. So it's out of a nice trophy. I'm
just glad this wasn't the one that come charging at us a few days ago.
It would have taken a few bullets to stop him, eh?
Oh boy. Laying where I was laying on that last encounter, I would have got run over. You probably would have too.
Yeah, I think we would have been in trouble there. But no, out of a buffalo, out of a story, amazing trophy. Congrats.
Thank you.
Well done, man.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. So Dougie had brought a chopper pilot up yesterday afternoon. So last night we were able to go out and Dougie allowed us to cull some wildebeest. And I think Chad and I shot 6 wildebeest in about 15 minutes. So that was a heck of a lot of fun. And then Chad was able to knock down a warthog and a baboon as well. And then we got on the golden hemsbuck out of the helicopter and was able to knock that one down. And it was really quite a trophy as well. We think it's at least 40 inches, maybe a little bit north of that. We didn't measure it, but one heck of a trophy and a really special way to end the trip.
The last 12 days is a special week for us. I think we only went to bed at one evening before 10 o'clock and really had a good time. Chad and Eugene have become close friends for me, and we just really enjoy hanging out. The hunting is actually a bonus. We always manage to shoot beautiful trophies because the guys are so easygoing, and it just seems like the luck then sort of follows us and gets into us. So it's a great honor for me to host them every year, and I really enjoy them as friends and as fellow hunters, and looking forward to the years to come.